Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. So, on today's Taking Action Tuesday call, we're going to be discussing basically how to break down and how to control your calories so you guys can lose weight or you guys can build muscle and basically just taking that guesswork out. And today I'm going to show you how to find your numbers, track them properly, and use tools to keep it simple and just consistent throughout the weeks when you guys are trying to lose weight. So first off, why does this matter? Most people fail basically because they just basically just guess their calories. And if you guys don't track your calories, you basically don't even know what's going on. This removes any confusion and just takes out that guesswork and gives you guys total control. Think of it this way. You have a bow and arrow, right? And I blindfold you guys and I spin you around and you're trying to hit that target. You might get lucky. You might hit the target with your bow and arrow with the blindfold on. You might even hit it. But guess what's going to help you get closer? Obviously, taking that blindfold off. That's basically what it's doing. It's giving you guys that vision and that control with your body and all these other tools you can use instead of being blindfolded and somehow using one hand in your teeth, right? To make it a little challenging. All right, so first off, you guys need to find your TDEE. What is TDEE? TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure, and everybody's is going to be different. For some people, their calorie maintenance might be 3,000. For others, it could be a little higher depending on their body weight and their goals. So first thing you guys can do, so you guys take the guesswork out, is go to any total daily energy expenditure calculator online. They are for free. Yes, they are for free. Anybody can use them. So here's one example right here. You basically just add your age, fill it in there, your total week, your movement, if you work out, if you don't work out, if you have like an office job. And that's going to give you a rough estimate and a baseline of your calories of how much energy you're expending when throughout the weeks and the days. And that's going to give you that number there. Think of like a teeter-totter on a scale, right? On this side, you have your calories in part. On this part of the scale, the calories out. This is the food, calories inside right here, you're intaking. And this is the calories out part of the scale, where how much energy you're moving throughout the day, you're expending with either your movement, your fidgeting, everything adds up, your steps, all that equates to your total energy expenditure. And then once you find that baseline there, you can see if the scale, let's say you intake 3,000 calories and then you eat 3,000 calories, the scale is going to be just even, just like this. But if you eat less calories and you burn more, guess what happens? Your body starts burning that fat. And it goes to that adipose tissue all over your body and it takes that fat, that stubborn belly fat, little by little, it starts, you see the scale start going down, plus your face getting a little leaner and so forth. So, and once again, guys, I want to clarify that this is just an estimate. It's just a rough baseline. And if it depends if you want to lose weight and be in a slight deficit, or if you want to build muscle or be in a calorie surplus. So that way you guys can bulk and gain more muscle mass and strength with it and power as well. So keep this guys simple. Just keep it simple, you guys. Start with a number. It's not perfection, you guys. So some apps that you guys can use that are 100% for free online to help you guys track your calories and help you guys stay consistent. They have Chronometer right here at the bottom. You guys can see here. And they also have MyFitnessPals or MyFitnessPal. And you guys can see here, most of these apps have a barcode scanner. So when you guys scan the barcode, let's say you have like some type of creatine, right? You scan the barcode in the back and boom, it uploads it there for you. Then if you guys get a food scale, you guys can put the grammage on there or the milliliters, whatever it is. And one thing that's super important, you guys want to, depending if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, is you guys want to lose basically 1 to 2 pounds max of your body weight. And just depending on the goals, or if you want to gain some weight, one, maybe max, like 1.5 pounds, depending how lean you are, and other factors as well with it. And remember, guys, these tools, these apps are about awareness. So if you guys are not tracking your food, it's not going to help you guys. And you guys basically cannot cheat the laws of thermodynamics. You guys cannot cheat energy. Because I remember before, back in the day, when I would basically have like little cup measures, I would put rice and they would fit up to a cup, right? And I'm like, man, this is 1 cup's worth of rice and calories. How do I get more food because I'm hungry? I'd push it down, literally. I'd feel the rice pushing down, and visually I would see it. It's going down, and I can add more rice now. So I'm basically cheating the system. You guys cannot do that. And now, as you guys see, these little trends throughout, I would usually say 3 days with my clients, 3 to 4, 4 or 5 days, you're going to see a trend and basically an average is it starting to go down the scale, these numbers. And that's a good thing. If it's going down and you're trying to lose weight, the trend is going down. So whatever you're doing is working. And remember, guys, once again, it's nice and easy. You don't want to lose weight too fast and not yo-yo diet. Yo-yo dieting is basically think of a yo-yo. It goes down, you throw a yo-yo down, it comes down, and guess what happens? It comes right back up. And that's what happens so much or so many times in weight loss. They'll do these cookie cutter programs. They'll basically just go on extreme diets or like fad diets, like intermittent fasting and so forth, and they'll lose a lot of weight. Real quick, you'll see the trend go fast down in body weight. But guess what happens? All these hormones just start basically telling you, hey, we need to survive. And they start telling your brain, hey, it's time to survive. It's time to eat. Just get food, aka energy, and get it in your system now. And one thing I want to point out, you guys, every time you guys see or hear calories, think of energy. Once again, calories mean energy. So every time you hear of energy with food, think of calories. Just like a car needs a certain amount of gasoline, the energy to make it run, your body needs a certain amount too. And if you go over a certain amount of this energy, it starts to spill over and it goes basically more or less in fat. And also, I want to highlight with you guys that don't rely on the scale numbers. When you guys hop on a scale as well, don't rely on it all the time because you're going to feel these emotions of frustration, of maybe even guilt or shame, or maybe even anger downstream these emotions where you're like, man, I'm kind of pissed. The past 2 days, I've I've ate so, just ate a ton of volume of food and not the most healthiest, right? And you're going to hop on the scale, and the next thing you know, you're like, wow, like, what's going on? The scale's going up. Remember, that's just one day. That's just one little metric of data that doesn't mean nothing. Look at the next couple of days. So that way these systems can change. So also when you see that body weight on the scale, you're trying to remove your emotions. Okay, don't rely on the daily scale numbers all the time. And also I would recommend you guys weigh in at the same time. And just take your average, like I mentioned, and this is going to show real trends and not water weight or just these emotions, because these emotions are going to trigger you and be like, now I gotta eat more salads, eat more super healthy or fast, and that's where the yo-yo dieting happens. And you guys can adjust this data too as well. If the weight isn't changing, guess what? Lower or increase the calories or add some more movement, add some more steps. And to add more data to your bone arrow analogy I made earlier to make it even better and be more precise with the bone arrow, one thing you can do is get a pedometer. These are step trackers. They have them on your phone. They also you can on your watches. All watches have them. So that's one way to get another data point, another metric for you guys to move the needle forward. And I hear this all the time with a lot of people, my clients. I don't got time to cook, I don't got time. Well, if you don't got time, guess what? You're not taking I hear you also hear people say, I don't have, I need better time management to help cook with foods. No, that's BS, you guys. You guys need better time ownership. Take power, take control of your time, and take ownership. And one way you can do that, because remember, time is money. So that money is time. So either you're paying for somebody to make you those foods, or you're going to go in there and make them yourself. So that we have more control of what's going inside your body. And you cannot blame nobody because you're in control of your body and what goes in your mouth. At least I hope so. But one way to help basically remove decision fatigue is by get a meal prep service, you guys. There's so many out there. If you're worried about money, remember it's a time thing. It's a trade-off, you guys. Either you're going to be in the kitchen cooking or you're going to hire somebody like a meal prep service. So many out there, you guys. Like once again, this is going to remove any decision fatigue because the more decisions and tasks you got to do through the day, what am I going to eat today? Oh my God, I don't have any protein. It just adds up these tasks, and you're like, you know what? Screw it. But you know what I do have? Some cookies, some chips, some go-to foods, some this, that, and the third, some sodas, and you just basically just start eating, and these calories add up over time very easily. And to tie it all together, you guys, remember that your calories equal control. Once again, your calories equal control, and tracking equals awareness. And these averages equal accuracy. And basically, any simplicity equals consistency. So, once again, you guys, calories equal control, tracking equals awareness, and averages equal accuracy. And then the more simple you make this, guys, this is going to equal to consistency, and it just makes it that much more simple. Keep your program simple so that way these systems are less tasks in your brain that your brain has to do. Make little systems throughout the days. What am I going to eat today? What am I going to eat tonight? And another thing you guys can do once you guys start seeing the trend go down, one thing to look at, another data point is look at the volume of food that you're eating. You'll see the volume of food. And is it another thing to look at too? Is the density of energy in it. Because different calories are going to be with different portions. Depends how the meal is made. If you go to a restaurant, they're going to use a lot of olive oil, a lot of sauces, and these fats and calories add up super quick compared to another meal. The same meal, you come home, you're in control now and you made the meal simple enough, you can go to this meal next time for either later tonight or for tomorrow. And these little systems make it that much more easier for you guys to achieve your guys' goals. So once again, you guys, this is super important to have these little metrics and data points and to be in total control. Because I'm not, once again, you're basically without these little metrics. Yes, you can still hit that target with the bow and arrow, but you're more or less putting a blindfold over and someone's spinning you around. And you might get close. You might even hit the target pretty close. Like, wow, you lost weight. Great. But don't you guys want to be closer to your target, closer to that physique you want, have more influence around the people you're around, have a better care level, have more discipline? And guess what? People feel these emotions when you're around a room, and it's not to be cool guy, cock diesel, and all this shit. Excuse my language. It's not about that. It's about being the best versions of ourselves so we can show up and perform at our highest level. And everybody's level will be different. Everyone's will be different. That's why you look at the principle of individuality. Everyone is different. We're similar, but we're different. You guys have your strengths and you guys can give so much value to the world. And that's your body, spirit, and mind. Once those start aligning, so much more can start happening in your guys' life. And remember, it's not about vanity. It's not about look at me. I have this the Instagram stuff you guys see, like I look so cool and like vain. It's not about that, you guys. It's about your self-confidence and how you feel inside. And more importantly, is how you feel in your own skin. How do we feel in our own skin, you guys? All right, guys. So that's enough for today. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. We hope to see you guys next Tuesdays for Taking Action Tuesdays. And we'll see you guys soon. Take care, you guys.